One of the biggest content trends that I'm seeing right now is also one of the biggest scams. It is faceless content. So what is faceless content? Essentially, there are a subset of creators and viral video coaches that are sharing this as a way that you don't need to ever show your face on video, but you can still grow your account or work with brands. And people have really capitalized on this by creating entire accounts and content dedicated to this concept. And so faceless content could be showing the back of your head, having a video where there's no subject in it, or just showing other type of close-up aesthetic shots. And I think it's a really important disclaimer to say that as a video content coach, I do not think all faceless content is bad. I'm specifically talking about this faceless content trend as being an entire strategy of its own. This has become so popular because it's essentially marketing the dream. You can grow, you can get engagement, you can even work with brands, all while never having to show your face. And this isn't exclusive to the faceless content trend, but the people that are marketing this are the people that have seen amazing success themselves, and they show it off with the screenshots to prove it. And the reason why I think this is so dangerous and worth an entire episode of its own is because of that it really hits on a nerve for so many people that they don't actually want to show up and be in their video content. So here are the 3 problems I have with faceless content. The first being industry and aesthetic bias. Pretty people and pretty things will find success with this. If you've ever wondered why someone is going viral, there could be a lot of reasons, and one of those reasons very well could be that they have a very modern, beautiful looking space, and no one really talks about that. It also is industry bias. If you are talking about blowing up a faceless account as a faceless account, of course it's going to do well, but if you are in a different industry or niche entirely, that strategy just might not work for you, which honestly applies to any other viral hacks that you might be seeing. So I think it's really important to identify that there's a reason why this works for some people, but it doesn't mean it's a universal thing that works for everybody. Problem number 2 is it really doesn't solve the problem. It's just a band-aid of why you don't want to be in your video content. Faceless content can feel easier when you haven't focused on these things. Systems that make including you in your content way easier, like dedicating a whole day to your content or getting a tool that's gonna make it really easy for you to film. Also building the confidence that it takes to show up and be visible for your brand. This doesn't happen overnight, and it's not natural for most people. So the more you practice, the more you show up, the better you get versus avoiding it entirely. And there are so many low-lift ways that you can create easy video content and even just B-roll clips, like I like to call stock content, that include you in it but don't require a ton of energy. Like if you're walking into your office every day or packaging orders or doing your morning routine, just film quick clips of that. I think it sounds like the dream that you would never need to be in your video content, but in reality, if you have built a business or a brand that you care about, chances are you want to show up for your community, but you just need some help overcoming the obstacles that are making it feel harder than it needs to be. And the final problem, which honestly is the most important one, is that when you lean into faceless content as your only strategy, you are literally missing out on all the benefits of video. What makes video such an important part of your strategy is how it humanizes your brand and gives people a different way to connect with you. Even if you have a big agency, even if you have a physical product, the types of brands that are leveraging their team or the founders in their video content are going to see way better results than just posting pretty product pictures. And honestly, the best element you can have in your content, the best hook, the best editing style, it really is just having you in your content. And it also allows you to build trust and thought leadership, whether you're a business that wants to make sales from social media, or if you're a creator that's wanting to monetize and work with brands. Faceless content really hits that surface level connection. And if we're being honest, the types of brands that are wanting to work with people and have multiple 5-figure deals or people that are really having successful launches are the people that are actually in their content. I have seen this firsthand. I've had the amazing opportunity of working with Meta on a few projects, and they say time and time again, it's because I'm me, right? It's because of my expertise. It's because of my personality. It's because of what I'm like to work with. It's because of everything that makes me unique to me. And if I was just a faceless account, they wouldn't be able to see that. And so what should you do instead? If you are wanting an alternative and this faceless content trend has been just trying to loop you in, there is a better alternative. Because video content with you in it can be easy. You just need the right systems to support you. You don't need to be camera ready. You don't need to be extroverted. You don't need to have the perfect setup. You don't need any of these things to show up on video. You don't even need to show up daily on video to hit your goals. And most importantly, you definitely don't need to follow the latest viral hack, like creating a faceless account to see results with video. So if being visible feels really hard, I want you to think about why. Is it because you don't have a setup and you maybe need to invest in an affordable tool? Is it because you don't know what to say or how to say it and you need to focus on your strategy? Or do you just need to focus on your mindset and your confidence? Because when you see showing up in your video content as an opportunity to grow your business, to attract dream clients and opportunities, that is definitely going to motivate you to work on the mindset ickies that might come up of all the thoughts of why you don't want to be in your videos. Trust me, I absolutely get it. When I first started my Instagram account, I almost didn't start it, and I definitely didn't want to be in any of my content. But as I've grown my brand and helped tons of different types of businesses do the same, I've noticed the common thread is when you show up in your content, that is when you get closer to your results. So I hope this rant, this riff, this hot take was really helpful for you to get some context on why it's important for you to be in your video content and how it's going to help you see better results. Make sure you subscribe. And if you need help building a low-lift video content strategy, I highly recommend joining me inside my program, the Video Content Camp. All of the details are in the description. I'll see you in the next episode.